week for us. We've been beating up on each other since last March, so on Sunday we finally get to play somebody else, and I don't think our girls could be more excited. They've been really working hard all off-season in the weight room, on the court, and with their chemistry. So we're looking for really promising things this season, and I think the fans and the community are going to see a new energized group that has a chance to be really special.
How do you guys deal with the expectations being completely different than what they were last year? Obviously, it's an older team now, and not all much pressure.
I think we're hungry. I think we're ready for it, and this is what we've been working towards. We like pressure. We have a lot of pressure players on our team that want the ball in their hands and they want the spotlight. So I think this is a time that's really exciting for them, and obviously it's going to be different. Last year we were picked 9th, now we're picked 3rd. So playing with those expectations will be something to learn to, but this is what you work towards.
You have some more bigs coming in with Megan here and Chelsea coming off IR. How will that impact the lineup in terms of substitutions? Do you think you're going to be running more half-court sets, or?
I think just our depth alone is going to be, we're going to be much more deep this year than we were last year, which is going to help us play faster. It's going to help us press more, and it's going to give some of our players who played maybe 35 minutes a little bit of a rest here and there that they didn't get last season. So I think overall we're going to stay more fresh, and people are going to get more opportunities than they did last year.
You talk a lot about trying to improve defensively. What aspects of the defense are you specifically trying to improve?
We want to keep people out of the paint. So our main thing is, one, we want to really focus on keeping teams to 35% field goal percentage. So that's something we've been talking about, and not letting people come in the paint with easy layups. And then we want to also defend the three-point line. So that's something we've really been focusing on since literally our Seton Hall game last March.
Last season, a bunch of the players said they relished being able to surprise people and the opportunity to surprise people. Do you think you guys can still surprise people?
I do. I think people expect that we're going to be better, but I don't think there's a team or a coach out there that really understands how good we can possibly be, other than me, because I get to see him every day in practice. So I think this team has the ability to be a top 25 team. It's just a matter of if we're ready maturity-wise and if we can get that defensive end down. So that's what we're striving for. We want to put down nets in our own arena and obviously host the Big East tournament. So every day we're working towards that.
Alizé Blockton, obviously the primary offensive catalyst last year and one of the best, if not the best, freshman season in Marquette history. Now with all that added depth, do you imagine her ceding some shots to everyone else, or is she still front and center in the offense?
Well, Alizé is an elite level scorer, and we want her scoring the ball. So she's going to get her shots, and not only by herself being competitive that way, but also in her offense. And I think this year she's gotten stronger, she's more physical, and her game has improved drastically in 1 year and 1 summer. So I look for even bigger and better things out of her this season.
And building off that question, one of the things she did really well last year was draw fouls and get to the line. Has that sort of rubbed off on everyone else? Do you see everyone else sort of taking on that mentality because of her?
I do. I mean, that's one of our goals, is we always want to shoot more free throws than the other team attempts. So that's something that we talk about daily, and we want to get to that free throw line, especially how they officiate the game these days. The other thing that I would say, about Alizé Blockton that's really improved in her game is her passing. She's able to see the floor way better than she was last year, and she's hitting teammates and finding and making the right basketball play versus just playing hard.
Who do you expect to kind of be the leader on defense?
Everybody. It's going to be 1 through 14, honestly, and it's going to be a mentality. And it starts and ends, obviously, with our point guard and Danny King and picking the ball up with pressure. But it's going to have to be a whole Marquette defensive mindset every single possession that we play.
You mentioned having the Big East tournament here. What's that kind of mean to the program, to have everyone from the Big East come to Milwaukee to play for a title at the Big East?
Well, first of all, it's the first time it's ever happened. So that alone right there gets everybody excited. I think it'll be great to play in front of our fans and family, and not only other student athletes, other students. So I think it'll be great for the Marquette community and Milwaukee community. I think it's going to be a really special year because they get to kind of climb the ladder with us every step of the way during the regular season, and then kind of come together for that final show when it comes postseason time.
There's obviously some more expectations outside, but it seems like you guys are keeping it fairly loose and not letting that kind of weigh on you. What's the balance like?
Well, this group, honestly, I've never enjoyed coaching a team more than I have with these young ladies. Their chemistry is amazing. They love each other, and you can see it every day in practice, every day in the locker room. They love it. They love each other. They love having fun. And basketball to them is their passion. So when you see it and you watch us play, I think you're going to see them exuding what they love, and you're going to see it on their face expressions.
Specific to the 7-player sophomore class this year, what's the biggest difference you've seen in them from the end of last year to the start of this year?
Discipline, no question. Last year we played really hard, and they were working at their weaknesses, but this year there's a higher sense of urgency to do things right. there's an intolerance for mistakes that we didn't see last year, and I think that's the biggest thing that's changed as a culture and as that sophomore class.
Obviously, there's still a long way to go, and starting lineups get changed around a lot. But right now, do you have any inkling as to whether it's going to be roughly the same as where you picked up last year, or different?
And they have to earn it. They have to earn it every day. So we'll tackle that feat when it gets game day.
I'm obligated to ask.
Well, we return all 5, so it won't be that big of a shock.
Is there anybody who surprised you throughout training camp? Is there someone who has sort of maybe wasn't quite on your radar that's really blown the doors?
I think she was on everybody's radar last year, but Amani Wilborn is playing fantastic right now. If she wasn't in the running for Big East Most Improved Player, I'd be shocked. She's playing fantastic. She's sharing the ball. She's one of our leading assist players every day in practice and then in some scrimmages. So I really look forward to her, and not only we know as a team that she's playing well, but for the fans to see it.
What's this season been like for you so far as a coach? Being that the first couple of years it's been about instilling your schemes and your thoughts and your culture, and now you have the same team, you don't need to spend so much time doing that.
Yeah, we have a phrase in our program called Set the Mark, and it's basically what are our expectations? What does the culture look like? What is the atmosphere every day? And I feel like now 2 years in, the mark's been set. Everybody knows what I'm expecting every day. Everybody knows my vision and where I'm trying to go. Now it's time to, quote unquote, we say leave the mark. So I'm excited to see what we can do and what we can actually leave here as a Marquette women's basketball program.
How would you define the culture you've kind of established here at Marquette?
I would say that the biggest thing is family. We want to be a unit that does it together. And then the other word I would say is passion. When you watch our team, you want to know that we're the hardest working team in the country.
Is there anything in particular that you're worried about going into the season? And if so, what?
Defense. No question. We all know that was our Achilles heel last year, and we're not shy about it. But we got to improve. Our offense is very, very powerful, and we have a chance to be one of the highest scoring offenses in the country. And now we got to make sure that we're stopping the other team and not giving up easy points.
How much improvement in the defense have you seen so far this year?
It's drastic. It's night and day. I think last year they might not even known what position to be in, and now they know it. Now they just might be a split second late. So if we can fix that in the next month, I think we're going to be a really good defensive team.